I want to earn that world title. I want to fight Islam. I want to beat the best in the world to prove I'm the best. And I'm training, I'm staying fit, I'm doing everything I possibly can. I'm eating the right foods, I'm doing all the right things, but then it's just getting extended and prolonged. And
Ian Garry warns Islam Makhachev that his speed and movement are unlike anything he's ever faced, sending a bold message straight to Khabib's camp. Watch what Garry says next.
Care for any of that. I'm so intelligent, I'm so smart on the feet, I'm so elusive, I'm long, I'm tall, I'm rangy, I'm undefeated against southpaws. So when we face off, he's got to get to my leg, and he's got to be able to catch me when I'm longer and taller than anyone he's ever faced before. But also, I'm just wickedly fast, and he's never seen anyone as fast as me. He can pull in bantamweights, and they're never going to be as fast as me. I'm the fastest in the world, and that's my specialty. I'm just, until they stand in front of me, they think they can do something, and then their head just starts snapping back and they don't know what to do.
Ian Garry may be talking with confidence, but Team Makhachev sees a completely different fight. They believe they've already found the biggest hole in Garry's game, and Islam has no intention of letting it slip away.
The weak point, the wrestling, grappling, he have always problem with the guys who have good wrestling, good grappling. That's why I will follow the same plan. I will finish him in the ground. But I can striking with him, I can kick him, like I can play with him, you know.
Yeah, but he can kick you back.
It's no problem, man.
It's no problem.
It's no problem.
While Ian Garry promises the upset, Khabib isn't focused on the talk. According to him, Islam has always chased the toughest opponents, and he believes this fight won't be any different. Here's why Team Makhachev is so confident.
Islam on another level.
Yeah.
Just people have to understand.
Yep.
Yeah, they have to understand. Islam is very good. I told you.
You have. You told me. You told a lot of people. You're kind of known for telling us things that then go on to happen. So why not just tell me exactly what is going to happen with Islam Makhachev's career? When he is done, what are we going to say about this guy?
When he's done?
When he is done. What are we going to say about Islam Makhachev?
He just finished number 2 pound for pound.
I know. What kind of a career are we looking at with this
and
guy?
we have ahead like Volkanovski, number 1.
Yeah.
Our plan, fly all the way to Australia and fight in the backyard of pound for pound king right now. Alexander Volkanovski. Or if you don't want to fight, okay, give us Benil Dariush. He deserved 8 win streak, you know. Doesn't matter who. We just want to fight with the best because Islam is...
Ian Garry believes he's the man to shock the world. But inside Khabib's camp, they're expecting the exact opposite. They don't just see Islam winning. They think this fight won't even last long.
You know, like finish in first round, like Islam say on way in, it's not gonna be 5 rounds, it's gonna be 2 or 1 round, you know? Because of a lot of things. Amateur career, professional career, UFC career, all win streak, about his age, about how he's hungry. Everything come together, you know? Islam on different level right now. He needs someone like high level.
Long before Islam became champion, someone predicted this entire journey. Dana White reveals how Khabib Nurmagomedov's vision came true almost exactly as he said it would.
This guy's going to be a world champion. This guy's going to do this guy's going to do that. Everybody says the same thing, and almost nobody ever does or makes it. His father said Khabib will go in and dominate, and he'll have a run, and when he's done, and then Islam will come in behind him and do the same. And, you know, holy shit, it played out exactly the way his father said, which is pretty amazing.
Before Islam became champion, one thing stood out to everyone who trained with him: his unshakable confidence. Daniel Cormier explains why even elite wrestlers struggled to break that belief.
Islam had this confidence and belief about himself that you just weren't going to take him down. It didn't matter who was wrestling with him. It didn't matter if it was me, if it was Kane, if it was Luke Rockhold, if it was Khabib. He just thought that he wasn't going to get taken down by it. It didn't matter that you were the more credentialed guy or the better guy. He had this belief that you couldn't take him down. This dude has one of the most difficult legs. He always said that, and I'll make a YouTube short about this where he goes, take this leg. This leg.
Ian Garry has impressed plenty of MMA veterans with his speed, timing, and ability to make adjustments during a fight. Many believe he's one of Islam Makhachev's toughest challenges yet. But despite giving Garry plenty of respect, they still see Islam as the more complete fighter. Here's why they believe the champion holds the edge when the octagon door closes.
This is a lot better fight than I initially thought. We know that Islam is, you know, he's morphed into so much more than just being that dominant grappler, right? You know, his striking, his kicks, all aspects of his game is on another level. But there's something about Ian Garry's game that I feel is hard to get past. I feel like one thing that Ian does really well is that he makes adjustments really good on the fly. You know what I'm saying?
He's a problem solver.
Yeah, he's a problem solver, and I feel like that gives a little issue. He's got some sneaky power. He's got some accuracy. He got some tricky things that he does.
Behind Islam Makhachev's dominance, Khabib believes there's a much deeper reason than natural talent. According to him, the toughest fighters are forged through struggle, discipline, and an endless hunger to succeed. He explains why that mindset has produced so many champions from Dagestan and why it's still one of their biggest advantages today.
I think it's location. Dagestan location. Last 1,000 years in Dagestan all the time was war. And that's why people is so tough. If we talk about us, like fighters, you can watch anybody who's very good fighter from Dagestan, but they all come from poor life and they all was very hungry. For example, like Islam, myself, Ankalaev, they all was very poor. They don't even have food. When you have good coaches, good system, and you have hungry, very powerful young generation, to become fighter is like you don't need to be special.
For years, Khabib set the gold standard in lightweight MMA. But now, Joe Rogan believes Islam Makhachev has added something even Khabib never truly possessed. It's a bold comparison that could change how fans view the champion.
One of the all-time greats, one of the greatest to ever do it. But the difference between Khabib and Islam is elite stand-up wise. Like Khabib was very good stand-up, but Islam knocked out Volkanovski with a head kick. You know, that's not in Khabib's repertoire. Islam is on another level. It's like one more level above. He can knock you out standing. He can knock you out on the ground. He can submit you. He can take you down. He's fucking huge for the weight class, especially 155. It's like there's so many aspects, and you're always thinking about that grappling when you're striking.
While Ian Garry is preparing for the biggest challenge of his career, Team Makhachev is focused on something entirely different. Inside Khabib's camp, there's no shortcuts and no easy sessions. Every workout is built to expose weaknesses before an opponent ever gets the chance. Khabib believes championships are defended through relentless preparation, and that's exactly why Islam is being pushed to his absolute limits ahead of UFC 330.
Он очень такой, так скажем, на нашем сленге, опытный волчара. Он сильно держит. Если даже их взять, убрать в сторону борьбу, мое мнение, что Ислам даже чисто в боксе перебьет, в тайском боксе. Нету таких аспектов, где Ислам не уступает.
Most challengers dream of surviving against Islam Makhachev. Ian Garry has a completely different plan. He's not looking for a lucky knockout. He says he wants to dominate the champion for 4 rounds before delivering the finish himself.
Ideal scenario, I want a 4th round finish. I don't want any early knockout, because then there's ifs, buts, maybes, there's excuses. I want 4 rounds of domination, and in that 4th round, I'm going to tell everybody, I'm going to do it now. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to finish him. I'm going to open the door, I'm going to walk him into my traps, and I'm going to take his head clean.
For Khabib, this fight is about much more than another title defense. He believes Islam is one victory away from fulfilling the vision his father dreamed of years ago. A moment that could make history for their entire team.
I'm going to fight for the 2nd belt, you know. This is what we call father's plan, you know. And I think I'm doing good. I'm doing not bad. Everybody winning, everybody on top, and it will be beautiful things when next week is.
Most fighters focus on what they do best. Ian Garry takes the opposite approach. He says every training camp begins by identifying every possible way his opponent could beat him. Only after preparing for those worst-case scenarios does he build his game plan, believing that mindset gives him complete confidence when the octagon door finally closes.
I feel like I've been put on this earth to fight, and there's just a divine guidance that when I get in that octagon, everything just goes my way. Every time. Every time. I don't know what it is, how it works. I don't care to question it. I just enjoy it. I just feel like I'm doing what I love. I'm doing what I was put on this earth to do. And I've got so much more to do.
So where does fear sit then? Because I look at Makhachev. He's had 5-round title fights. He's defended belts.
Mm-hmm.
He's moved weight classes. He's beaten champions.
Mm-hmm.
You've never fought for a UFC world title.
Nope.
This is the guy that's done it all against the guy doing it for the very first time.
Yes.
There must be fear.
I mean, no.
Ian Garry believes fights aren't won on fight night. They're won long before the cage door closes. Instead of focusing on his own strengths, he starts by studying every possible way his opponent could beat him. Only after preparing for the worst does he build the game plan he believes will lead him to victory over Islam Makhachev.
I feel like when I start when I know who I'm going to fight, I start with the negative elements. What could go wrong? What could he do right? Where could he try win the fight? How could he try win the fight? Is it going to be by taking me down and holding me down? Is it going to be by trying to cause chaos and make it a scramble and I have to be smart with my defense and move my feet and get out of the pocket? What are the ways that this person I'm fighting, I believe, could he try to take advantage of to win this fight? Once he does that, I train for all those. So that in the fight, I know mentally, I've done it. And the closer to the fight, every week that gets closer, it's more and more.
Islam Makhachev's technique gets plenty of attention, but Joe Rogan believes his greatest weapon is something opponents don't fully understand until they feel it. According to those who've shared the cage or the mats with him, his strength is simply on another level.
Islam is insanely strong. Like, he's got that sort of elite grappling strength that comes from decades of throwing human bodies around.
Yeah.
There's a thing about that. Like, here is his Demetrius Johnson says, I felt it, I know. And Max Holloway just texted me, how strong is that Darce? Like, that's a sick Darce. Islam is elite.
Yeah.
He's elite when it comes to, like, strangling.
Moving up in weight is supposed to make life harder for any champion. But according to Joe Rogan, Islam Makhachev made the transition look surprisingly easy. From his brutal low kicks to his elite grappling and complete control inside the cage. Rogan believes Islam has evolved into one of the most well-rounded fighters in MMA. Here's why he thinks very few opponents can solve the champion's game.
Islam Makhachev. Dude goes up one weight class, goes up to 170. He was the 55-pound most dominant champion ever, most title defenses at 55 ever. Just dominates at 170. Like, every round. People are saying it's boring, but listen, man, it's boring if you're a casual. The fact that he was able to do it every round, it was a little frustrating because you wanted Jack to try to adjust, but he couldn't, man. Islam shut his game down right away. He low kick front leg real quick, had him limping real quick. Like, within the first round, he had hit it 3 or 4 times. Bad.
Ian Garry believes this fight is about much more than winning a UFC title. In his eyes, becoming welterweight champion would change the entire division. He says his active schedule, exciting style, and willingness to face anyone would create bigger matchups and give fans the kind of title reign they've been waiting for. Garry is convinced that with the belt around his waist, the welterweight division would become more competitive ways, more exciting, and impossible to ignore.
Another thing, the welterweight division is better and more interesting with me as the champion.
Why?
And that's a fact.
Why?
Argue all you want. People can argue. It's a fact, in my opinion, that when I'm the champion of the world, the welterweight division is better off. Firstly, Islam only fights once a year. So his next defense might be in July 2027. But the matchups, the stylistic matchups, they're very different. You have on the cards a potential rematch with Carlos Praxis. That will be massive. You have on the cards there's potential. Arguably the biggest fight you can make in the sport at a certain point is a potential rematch with me and Shavkat Rakhmonov whenever he's able and capable.
Ian Garry's striking and movement have impressed many MMA experts. But Javier Mendez believes those advantages disappear if Islam Makhachev gets the fight to the ground. While he respects Garry's stand-up skills, he's confident there's a huge gap in grappling. According to Mendez, once Islam establishes control on the mat, the fight swings heavily in the champion's favor.
Garry, he's a bit of a weird one, right? Like, he's a difficult guy to fight, difficult guy to look good against. He's long, he's rangy, he's pretty strategic in there. How do you feel like he matches up with Islam Makhachev?
He does well with Islam on the stand-up because he's rangy, he's tricky, all those. But on the ground, he doesn't. He does okay, but he doesn't survive on the ground, I don't think. I mean, well, okay, he might survive 5 rounds, but he won't get the best of Islam on the ground. That I'm 100% sure.
Ian Garry has made one thing absolutely clear. He doesn't believe anyone in the division is a tougher challenge for Islam Makhachev than him. While most contenders focus on Islam's strengths, Garry points to his own height, reach, movement, takedown defense, and unpredictable style as the reasons this matchup is different. He believes those tools create problems Islam hasn't faced before, and he's ready to explain why he's convinced this is the hardest test of the champion's career.
On the feet, I'm tricky on the ground, I'm hard to touch, I'm hard to control, I'm hard to predict what I'm going to do, I'm hard to read. All of those are elite stand-up and grappling skills. So from my point of view, there is nobody in this division that is a trickier matchup for Islam Makhachev. I'm 6'3", I'm long, I'm tall, I'm beautiful. I know how to use my hands, my feet. I know how to stop the takedown. I stopped 15 of 17 takedowns from Shavkat and Belal Muhammad. I know what I'm doing in this sport. 4 people in this sport since I made my UFC debut have double-digit wins.
For many fans, this is more than a title fight. Ian Garry believes it's the next chapter in the historic Ireland versus Dagestan rivalry. This time, he says he's fighting for far more than gold. He wants to bring redemption back to Ireland on the biggest stage.
Did you call the Garry fight round 2 of the Irish versus Dagestan rivalry? Like they say, from AliExpress, right? So what is AliExpress? Is that Alibaba?
Yeah, it's like kind of
Temu?
Yeah.
Wish,
yeah. It's like that.
So he's mocking it?
Cheaply manufactured.
He's mocking it?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He's saying it's nothing like Khabib versus.
That's crazy. I mean, who would say that? But it still is round 2.
That's his whole point. Yeah, it's round 2, but it's the Wish version.
The clip of him saying this is the AliExpress version of that Dagestan-Ireland feud, sort of laughing it off. Is there something here that you're trying to, right the wrong from what transpired in 2018?
What a terrible way for him to sell the fight. What a terrible way for him to talk about himself. Yeah, I take pride in this fight. I take pride in the fact that I'm going to be able to go out there and get a massive win back for my country at the highest stage. At the highest possible point in my career, with all the marbles on the line, the UFC world title. This is the second time Ireland and Dagestan meet in that octagon for a world title. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that it's...
Many fans expect Islam Makhachev to dominate, but Michael Bisping sees a more complicated fight. He warns against overlooking Ian Garry's skills, while also explaining why Islam's championship experience and complete game still make him the favorite heading into UFC 330.
And I'm telling you right now, this fight for Islam Makhachev may be a lot harder than what people think. Given all of the accolades that Islam Makhachev has, it's easy to just dismiss Ian Garry and say, listen, he's got to just run right through him. Okay, you could send him to Dagestan or Georgia for 20 years and for still...
UFC 330 is shaping up to be one of the most fascinating title fights of the year. Ian Garry believes he has the style, confidence, and strategy to do what no one else has done, while Islam Makhachev and Team Khabib remain convinced the champion is simply operating on another level. Now, all the predictions, mind games, and bold promises are about to be tested inside the octagon. Who leaves with the belt? And who proves everyone wrong? Let us know your prediction in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more UFC coverage.